Naturally, these things aren't easy for the families of patients. I understand.
Oh, it's what Elwood's doing to himself. That's the trouble. Myrtle May is young, and her whole life is before her. She has a right to nice friends. That's my daughter.
Your daughter. How long has it been since you began to notice any strangeness in your brother's actions?
Well, I noticed it right away when Mother died and we came from Des Moines to live with Elwood. I could tell that he...
what? Take your time, Mrs. Simmons. Don't strain. Let it come.
Doctor, everything I say to you is confidential, isn't it?
That's understood.
Because it's a slap in the face to what we stood for in this community, the way Elwood's acting now.
I'm not a gossip, Mrs. Simmons. I'm a psychiatrist.
Well, for one thing, he drinks.
To excess?
To excess? Well, don't you call it to excess when hardly a day goes by where he doesn't step into one of those cheap taverns, sitting with riffraff and people he's never met, playing cards with them, giving them food and money, inviting them to the house. And here I am, trying to get Myrtle May set up with a nice group of young people. If that's not to excess, I'm sure I don't know what excess is.
I didn't doubt your statement, Mrs. Simmons. I merely asked if your brother drinks.
Well, yes, I say certainly Elwood drinks. And that's why I want to get him committed out here permanently. Because I cannot stand another day of that Harvey. Myrtle May and I have to move over on the sofa and make room for Harvey. We have to set a place at the table for Harvey. We have to answer the phone when Elwood calls and wants to speak to Harvey. Oh, and then this afternoon at the party with Mrs. Chauvenet there. Oh, we didn't even know about Harvey until we came to live with Elwood. Now, Doctor, be honest. Wouldn't it have been a bit kinder of Mother to have written and told me about Harvey? Be honest now, don't you?
Well, I really couldn't answer that.
Oh, well, I can. Yes, it certainly would have.
Now, this person you call Harvey, who is he?
He's a rabbit.
Perhaps, but who is he? Some companion? Someone your brother has picked up in these bars of whom you disapprove?
Doctor, I've been telling you. Harvey is a big white rabbit. 6 feet high. Or is it 6 feet 1.5? Oh, heaven knows I ought to know. He's been around the house long enough.